Hello, my Cancer friends, and thank you for joining me, Karen Barney, Karmic One Tarot, bringing you your general forecast for October of 2020. Please remember, general readings are just that. They are meant for many, so check your moon and also rising signs for any additional messages. What's happening in the lives of my Cancer friends, October of 2020? What do they need to be aware of? What are the messages they need to hear, please? Okay, so that one, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords. What's happening for my Cancers, please? Cancers, what are you worried about? What are you up late at night about? The Eight of Wands. Temperance, Sagittarius there. The Knight of Wands. Also fire sign. And the Judgment, the new beginning, Cancers. And the Fool, jumping in, yes. All right, my friends, you have changed your attitude towards something. I think that you are a little worried about the pace of things in October, and you really would like to take a deep breath here before you make the changes that are going to be required to start this new journey. And you are on the cusp of a new journey, and that's what's moving fast. That's what's keeping you up at night. How am I going to do this? It involves a relationship. It is moving fast, my friends. Are you moving forward with the next step, or are you going to stay where you are? King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Are you making plans behind the scenes? What's going on here? Sorry. Here we go. There we go. The Six of Swords. Where has your attitude, your outlook changed here, my Cancer friends? This is a new journey. Are you leaving something behind? Are you traveling away from it? Or are you sending out those arrows of love, but in a patient and very soothing way? You know, there are changes to come, and those changes, I do believe, are of your own volition. They are what you want here with the Fool, starting from zero, starting from scratch, starting over, maybe taking a leap in a direction that you're uncertain of, but it is before you. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Where has your attitude changed? The Queen of Swords. So, you know, you've looked at all the different aspects of this, I think, and how to move past whatever any difficulty was and move forward to a smoother path, a more patient and calmer path. You've decided that you want to do that, but it has been very troubling to get to that point. So the Fool, is that going to bring you the calm and patience? I think speaking those messages, whether they be messages of love and affection, the arrows of love, or they be messages of change coming in. I think both is certainly possible. You've changed your outlook. You've really thought about what it is you want to say, but it still keeps you up at night. I think it hasn't been delivered yet. Tell me about the Nine of Swords, please. What is, and the Judgment, here's the new beginning. So do you want to start fresh? And do you want to start fresh in a relationship? Or do you want to start fresh on your own here, my friends? Cancers. What are the messages you are mulling over? Tell me about the Nine of Swords here from my Cancer friends, please. What is it you want to start fresh? What calling are you hearing? You're going to go regardless. This is the Fool energy here. Packing light, and I'll see you later. Got to go do this. Here's the Magician. So you are bringing these things into you, my friends, using all of your skills, all of your tools, all of your patience here, and all of your skills of communication, because you guys are very intuitive, but you're also very sensitive here. So you want to moderate that and try and keep your emotions in line, in check, maybe. It's going to be necessary for you to look at this in a business-like way. I know it could be the arrows of love. It could be that there are messages of love here. So tell me, what is this about? And the Two of Cups, it most definitely is someone you are close to, that you are conveying these messages of perhaps a little bit of frustration and wanting to change things that worry you about the partnership, the relationship, the You know, I think you are on the same page. So what's the new adventure that you're jumping in? And are you jumping in together? What are the changes that are coming in, please, with the Knight of Wands? Fire sign there. Gusto, bravado, and lots of energy and excitement. Moving at a very fast pace as well, but, you know, somewhat imprudently, somewhat devil may care, somewhat scattered even. So you've got to harness those, exactly. You've got to meditate on that and harness the direction, the changes that you've been waiting to make. And that's what's giving you pause here. You've been waiting to do this, and now it's time. You've changed your attitude on when is the time. I think it is time to impart these messages to someone that you are close to. How do we do that? Messages of a decision, messages of a choice to be made. Which direction are you going? Now the question for me is still, are you going together or are you going solo? It certainly feels like it may be a move to a deeper commitment perhaps, or even walking away in the future, or, you know, putting things behind you that have happened in the past so that you can move forward with a bright and beautiful future. That is the plan. But the Wheel of Fortune is going to put, I think, a decision on your plate, an option on your plate that maybe you didn't expect, and it's going to close a chapter that you're going to need quite a bit of courage here for, but certainly something that you are enjoying. Now, this may be a move for you, a move that you've been waiting to make, whether it's a move in or a move out. Let's see what happens here, my Cancer friends. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. What are the changes my Cancer friends want to make? Page of Swords. You're really, I think, looking them over and really curious about what it is you could do, what this new beginning means to you. But there is an element of patience here, temperance, emotional equilibrium, finding your balance here, finding your, maybe it's a work-life balance that's given you some trouble. You know, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? You don't want to do that. You want to maybe take a break from what you've been working on, maybe make some changes in your life, and sit back and meditate so that you can really see the direction that you want to go in. I think you have already glimpsed it, but it worries you how to get there. The how is the issue here. Now, if this is a relationship and these arrows of love are flying back and forth, you both have a decision to make, but it feels like it's in your hands, my Cancer friends. Tell me what we need patience for, please. What are you working on? Working on keeping your balance here emotionally. The Nine of Wands. You're not going to give up on whatever this is, my Cancer friends. You're going to stand firm for it. It's what you want. It's what you're going to have. It's what you are determined to go after. And you have the tools and the, I think, the inspiration to do exactly what you want to do. It's just a question of the execution, how to do it. Tell me about the changes here. How do we make those changes, please? The Death card. Something needs to end, my friends. Maybe you're already in transition here. You've already started. I think taking a step back from whatever it was part of the plan for the changes. Taking a step back. How do we do that with the Death card here? Please tell me about the Nine of Swords. What are my Cancer friends worried about the future? You're worried about which direction you're going. What is going to happen for your future? And I think you have looked at this and really decided that maybe you need something different. Now, again, relationship can be business or personal. Now it's feeling business here with this Two of Cups. It might be someone that you work with that you may want to break away from. Do something on your own here, my Cancer friends. You've got to find that balance between work and life. And right now it's a little bit overwhelming. You're standing, you know, it feels like you're an indispensable part of whatever the front is. You've got to stand there. It feels like it's an obligation. Tell me about the Temperance card here, please, for my Cancer friends. The Six of Swords. Yeah, you're determined, I think determined to move forward, determined to find a peace in whatever is going on here. So what is it that you are mulling over? What are the attitude changes you are taking on, my Cancer friends? King of Swords. It may be that you're taking on an authority figure in the King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and you may be saying to them, you know what, look, I really feel like we are in a simpatico partnership or relationship here, but I have some choices that I need to make, and those choices involve my future and what my skills can be and how to bring that about for myself. You might just be standing firm to have peace at work, and maybe you know your attitude has shifted for that. Let me see what the Eight of Wands is about. How is this Death card coming in here? The Six of Wands. You know, you may recognize that it's time for a change. You may recognize that there is this relationship that needs to be taken in a different direction. But are both of you on the same page with the direction that's chosen? One wants to do something a little bit different. One wants to, I think you're choosing. I think you're choosing to perhaps make some changes in your personal situation. This, again, feels job related. So you may be leaving this job for something different in the future. You know, maybe part of the plan to stabilize your world, your wheel of fortune here, giving you an opportunity to bring something to a close. And it's going to take a lot of courage, but it is going to be the move that you want, the move that you've been waiting for, and it's going to be a really generous and beautiful outcome here, my Cancer friends. Tell me about the Judgment card. What are you jumping into here, my Cancers? And where does the Death card, of course the Death card, the finishing, and then the Judgment, the beginning, right? So how are you looking to finish this? The changes you want to make. You've been waiting on these changes. You've been mulling them over, and you've been thinking about them and really investigating how to bring them about. And I think that the transition is already here. And maybe this person of authority didn't quite recognize that yet until it's already in process. You know, we all evolve, we all change. So this feels like it is a very close relationship. It could be, you know, father and son. It could be a couple situation, king and queen there, that have all of these affectionate messages traveling between. But, you know, again, things are going to pick up, I believe, here. What's the Judgment card here for my Cancer friends? You kind of feel stuck. You don't know if you should make this. That's what this worry is, the how. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I want to really. Okay, but I don't know that it's up to you. The Death card is major arcana and bringing in this new beginning that you have the skills and tools and mindset for, my Cancer friends. This is for your future, not for anybody else. It's for yours. The Death card. Maybe it's time to end. Maybe it's time to end a situation so that you can move forward in a free and unfettered way. Free from any doubt and anxiety about it. Here's our Queen of Cups. You know, perhaps taking a back seat, not the King of Cups, but the Queen of Cups, right? Taking a back seat to your feelings on this. And that's not necessarily a good way to be. So it might be that you need to end that kind of thinking and have your outlook changed and convey those messages that, you know what, I'm not going to do that this way anymore. I don't want to. This is a new beginning for me. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're leaving the position or the relationship, but there are standards now, and you're not going to allow a certain, you know, you're not going to allow that anymore. That's what's changed about your attitude. You're not allowing it. You put a stop to it. And the Knight of Wands, yes, you put a stop to it. You have made some changes, I think, in a very sensitive manner, but there are more to come. And the Fool card indicates that, you know what, you may not care how others see them, how they are recognized. Tell me about the Judgment card here, please. What is the Judgment card here for, please, for my Cancer friends? The Five of Swords. You know, is it worth it, my friends? Is it worth it is the question. The changes you want to make, are they worth it? I believe they are to you. They are going to change your landscape. Whatever it is you're doing, there's a tangled web here, so be careful you don't get stuck in your own web. Now, the Eight of Cups, of course, leaving behind, crossing that river of emotion, stacking it up neatly and doing what is right, doing what is necessary, but still moving on, moving on. Now, question is, are you moving on together? or are you moving on separately? And is it worth it? Cancers, let's pull you a, what is this? This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. The Dragon's Duel, inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. Well, my Cancer friends, inner conflict. You know, you're torn up about this. You're worried about this, and you're not sure which way to take this. I think your outlook has changed, and that's caused a real question about your integrity, about your morality, as is dictated here in the card. But it is about a conscious choice too. You are really acting, I think, of your own volition here in making this choice. So, no matter which way you go, whether you're staying or you're going, whether it's business or personal, it really is your choice. You've got to sort through these feelings. You've got to sort through these thoughts and see them maybe with a fresh perspective here from the Fool's point of view, and the fact that maybe you need this new beginning. Try not to doubt it. You're a sensitive creature, and the changes can affect you deeply, but overall, you have to ask yourself if what I'm doing is worth it. And of course, if it's worth it to you, then you need to make the jump. Take the leap. My Cancer friends, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to connect with me about this reading or anything else, all of my details are in the description box below. Thanks so much. Speak to you tomorrow.